Let's move to the Western Cape now. Schools are reopening today and our reporters are assessing the state of readiness for schools. We know that in Gauteng, it seems the number of schools that were vandalized has sort of increased from 43 to 53, and in KwaZulu-Natal 137 schools we understand have been vandalized during the unrest. But how is the Western Cape faring? Let's move to Ayesha Ismail now standing by with the very latest. Ayesha, good morning once more. And when we last spoke, it was still a bit early for pupils to actually, commence with their schooling program for the day. But how's it looking so far?
Well, the bell has rung. School started at 8 o'clock and learning has started. Well, certainly here at the Cathkin High School in Heideveld, where I'm at this morning. Now, there are just over 1 million children in the school system in the Western Cape. And after speaking to the representative from the South African Democratic Teachers Union, as well as the headmaster of the school, Mr. Mervyn Arendse, it would seem as if it's all systems go. They are ready to accept the pupils and to start with a new school term. And I did also speak to Mr. Arendse a little bit earlier, and we were talking to Mello about the taxi violence that has taken place in the Western Cape. And now, of course, we know that there's been an extended break for pupils, for school children. But during the school holidays, there were also catch-up programs, and at this particular school they had a winter program for matriculants. But Mr. Arendse, you were telling me that it was almost impossible for children coming from places like Langa and Gugulethu to attend these catch-up classes.
That's correct, yes.
So what stopped them from coming here?
Most of the learners, the parents phoned me to tell that there's no taxis and that some of the learners are scared to be in the taxi because those taxis who were operating during those times were stoned and they were afraid to get hurt. Okay.
Now, you run quite a big school. Are you able to effectively have your learners social distance?
The classes were to group into groups of 2. My biggest class is 65. If they all come back, like next week, the primary schools will all be 100% back. It is totally impossible at my school because of the big totals. The class sizes are made only for 35 learners. So we need assistance, we need support from the department with regards to this.
So how is it going to be possible when you come back full-time to actually comply with the COVID-19 protocols?
Our school won't be able to comply with COVID because if there's 40 learners, there won't be social distancing. And we're going to be in big trouble for the community. The parents won't send their children to school because there's no social distancing.
So how can that be remedied? How do you find a solution to a school that is not designed for social distancing?
The department will give us more classes and more educators, and I think that will really assist. At this moment, we got only 16 teachers for all these learners, and it's totally impossible. Myself as a principal, I'm actually older also in classes I'm teaching.
But at the moment, you're running a staggered system, and it's working.
The staggered system is working, yes. Yeah. But we would love to have one lesson, just to think the same lesson for the same class. The teacher must give lesson twice, and that causes a delay for the ATP, for the schedule to be completed on time. Okay.
Mr. Arendse, thank you so much for your time. So, Tumelo, there we heard, at this particular school, pre-COVID, there were more than 60 children in one classroom. And during COVID, of course, they're having staggered classes, and that means that half of the class will come to school, sometimes in the morning, and the other half will come in the afternoon, or sometimes they will even have a system where you will have children coming, the one half coming on a Monday and Tuesday, and the other half half coming the rest of the week, and then of course that changes the following week. But as we heard from Mr. Arendse, what he would like is for the Western Cape Education Department to make more teachers available so that effective teaching can take place.
Yeah, I suppose, Ayesha, a lot of adjusting still needs to happen, and just to ensure that kids or the pupils at this point do not get compromised when it comes to the schooling system. But you know what, we'll leave it at that, and thank you for this update. Our reporter, Ayesha Ismail, in the Western Cape.